I moved back home last month. It wasn't really part of my plan, but after what happened, it just made sense to come back to where everything used to be normal. The old house still looks the same, creaky floors, the yellow walls that never quite match the furniture, and that faint smell of my mom's old candles. It feels comforting. The neighbors wave sometimes when I'm outside cleaning the porch, but they don't come close. They must think I'm too wrapped up in grief or something. I don't mind. I just like keeping to myself lately. My dad's been spending most of his time in his study again, reading those dusty books he always pretended to enjoy. Mom's mostly in the kitchen. I hear her humming when she cooks. I've been helping with dinner sometimes, but she still does most of the work. My sister, Lily, has been quiet though. I think she's still upset about the accident. I tell her that things will get better soon. She just nods, not saying much. I get it. At night, the house feels strange. The lights flicker sometimes, especially in the hallway near Lily's room. I replaced the bulbs twice, but it keeps happening. Once, I thought I saw a shadow move across the living room, even though everyone was asleep. I laughed it off and went back to bed. It's an old house. Old houses make sounds. Still, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and feel like something's off. The air feels heavy, the silence too loud. But then I hear Mom moving around downstairs, or Dad turning the pages of his book, and I feel okay again. I know they're here. That's all that matters. I went grocery shopping yesterday. The cashier looked at me weird when I told her I needed enough food for 4. She said something like, "You throwing a party?" I told her no, just family dinner. She laughed awkwardly. I think she was just trying to be nice. People don't get it. Just because we've had a rough month doesn't mean life stops. You still have to eat. When I got back home, Mom was sitting by the window. I swear she looked different. Paler, maybe. She didn't say anything when I walked in, just stared outside. I asked if she was okay, but she didn't respond. And I blinked, and she was gone. Later that night, I found her in the kitchen again, chopping onions. Maybe I was just tired. Lily's been staying in her room more. I knocked earlier, told her dinner was ready, and she said she wasn't hungry. That's not like her. She used to love Mom's stew. I brought her a plate anyway and left it on her desk. When I checked this morning, it was untouched, but that's fine. She eats when she feels like it. I think the mailman's been avoiding me. He just drops the letters in the box and leaves immediately. Once, I tried waving at him, but he wouldn't even look up. It's okay. I probably look a bit rough these days. I haven't shaved in weeks, and my clothes still smell like the hospital sometimes. I can't get rid of that scent no matter how much I wash them. There's a weird thing happening with the house too. The air vents keep blowing this cold, damp air. It smells like wet metal. I tried checking the basement, but the light bulb blew out as soon as I switched it on. I don't go down there much anymore. I had a visitor today. One of my dad's old friends from work, Mr. Callahan. He knocked on the door around noon, asking if everything was all right. I said, "Of course, we're fine. Just trying to get back to normal." He looked confused and said, "We?" I laughed. "Yeah, me and my family." He got quiet, looked over my shoulder into the house, then muttered something about being sorry for our loss. I told him I didn't know what he meant. He left quickly after that. When I closed the door, I noticed Mom standing by the stairs again. I told her that Mr. Callahan came by, and she didn't say anything. Her eyes looked glassy. I tried hugging her, but she felt cold, like the air coming from the vents. Later, I found Lily's door open. She was sitting on her bed, head tilted down. I asked if she wanted to go for a walk, but she didn't answer. Her skin looked strange in the light. I told her she should get some sun tomorrow. She didn't move. I keep hearing scratching sounds in the walls at night. Probably rats. The noise comes from behind the living room wall, near where Dad keeps his books. Sometimes I hear soft thumping too, like footsteps, but not in rhythm with mine. The other night, I caught my reflection in the window, and for a split second, I thought I saw someone else standing behind me. A figure, just staring. The town's been quiet. Too quiet, actually. I went out this morning to grab coffee, but the barista seemed nervous when she saw me. She handed my drink with trembling hands and said she was sorry for what happened. I didn't ask what she meant. When I came back, I noticed something new. There's this smell lingering in the house now. It's sharp, like spoiled meat. I thought maybe something died under the floorboards, but I can't find anything. I opened all the windows, but the smell just won't leave. It's stronger near Lily's room. I tried asking Dad about it. He was in his study again, sitting in that same chair, eyes fixed on his open book. He didn't blink, didn't look up. I asked if he noticed the smell, and he didn't respond. His lips were slightly parted though, like he was about to say something, but couldn't. I told him I'd handle it. Mom's been cooking less. I made breakfast this morning, scrambled eggs and toast, but she didn't even look at it. Her hands were trembling slightly. I told her to sit down, but she just stared ahead. I think she's tired. Grief does that to people. Sometimes, I wonder if they even sleep. I've been staying up late lately, just to check on them. I peek into their rooms and watch them sitting there, motionless. It's strange, but maybe they just process pain differently. The neighbors keep avoiding me. Yesterday, I waved at Mrs. Olson while she was watering her plants, and she ran back inside. I think she's still spooked about the accident. People act weird when they don't know how to comfort someone. I found one of Lily's dolls sitting on the kitchen counter this morning. I don't remember putting it there. Its face was pressed against the sink, and one of its eyes had fallen out. I tried to fix it, but it just kept staring at me. I left it by her door. I think I'm starting to lose track of the days. The clocks keep ticking slower, and the sunlight feels dimmer. Sometimes I wake up, and it's already dark, and I can't tell if I've been sleeping for hours or minutes. I found mold growing on the curtains. Maybe that's where the smell's coming from. Last night, I heard whispering downstairs. I thought it was Mom and Dad talking, but when I got there, they were both in the same position they were in earlier that day, sitting, facing the wall. The whispering stopped. The air was freezing. I went back upstairs and locked my door. I don't know why. I think I just need more rest. Things have been strange, but grief does that. You see things that aren't there, hear things that don't make sense. My therapist used to tell me that before she stopped calling. I woke up to a noise this morning, a knocking sound coming from the front door. I checked the clock, and it was barely 5. The knocking stopped before I reached it, and when I opened the door, no one was there. Just a faint breeze and the streetlights flickering outside. For a second, I thought I saw someone standing across the road, watching me, but when I blinked, they were gone. I locked the door. Mom was sitting in the living room when I turned around. I hadn't even heard her move. Her head was tilted toward the window, the morning light hitting her face in a strange way. Her skin looked gray under it. I told her I'd make breakfast, but she didn't react. When I placed the plate in front of her, she didn't touch it. I got frustrated and said she needed to eat. Then I noticed something crawling on the back of her hand, a small maggot. I brushed it away before she could see it. She hates bugs. The smell's been getting worse. I tried lighting candles, spraying air freshener, even burned some coffee grounds, like Mom used to when she wanted to clear odors. Nothing works. It's everywhere now. I tried opening all the windows, but it didn't help. It's like it's coming from inside the walls. I checked on Dad. He was still in his chair, facing the same page of his book. I touched his shoulder and felt something crumble under my fingers, like dried paper. His skin flaked. I told him to go lie down and rest, but he didn't move. I think he's been reading too much. Lily hasn't been talking at all. I sat beside her bed last night and tried to start a conversation. I told her that I missed the way she used to hum along to the radio. Her lips were slightly parted, but she didn't say anything. There was this dark stain on her pillow, brown and stiff. I'll wash it tomorrow. I think the neighbors are plotting something. I keep seeing them whispering near the fence, pointing toward the house. Yesterday, a police car drove slowly past the street, and I swear it stopped in front for a few seconds. Maybe they think I'm dangerous. Maybe they're jealous. We're a family that stays together. People don't understand that kind of loyalty anymore. It's been raining for 2 days now. The sound of the water on the roof feels like a heartbeat. I've been trying to clean the house, but every time I mop the floor, the stains keep returning. Dark, sticky ones that spread slowly near the corners. I don't remember spilling anything there. The smell's unbearable. It's thick and sour, like rotting fruit mixed with rust. I think something must have died under the floorboards. Maybe an animal got stuck. I was going to check the crawl space, but the trapdoor won't open. I pulled hard, and for a moment, I thought I heard something moving underneath, like shifting bones. I found Lily sitting in the hallway last night. I didn't even hear her door open. She was slumped against the wall, her head tilted, eyes half closed. I whispered her name, but she didn't respond. I touched her arm, and it felt cold and soft, like raw meat. I told her she needed to go back to her room. I helped her up, but her body felt too heavy, her legs dragging against the floor. I tucked her into bed and kissed her forehead. It was cold. She must be getting sick. I had a dream later that night. The house was dark, and I was sitting at the dining table with Mom, Dad, and Lily. But their faces were melting, dripping onto the plates. Their mouths were open, and they were trying to speak, but all I could hear was a wet, gurgling sound. I woke up to the same sound coming from downstairs. When I checked, the kitchen light was flickering. Mom was standing by the sink. Her body was swaying slightly, head turned toward the wall. I called out to her, but she didn't move. I took a step closer, and something snapped under my foot. I looked down and saw a tooth. Just one small, yellowed tooth on the floor. I looked back up. Mom was still swaying. I don't think they're okay. I tried calling an ambulance earlier, but the phone lines aren't working. I think the neighbors cut them. I went outside to check, but the moment I opened the door, that smell hit me like a wave. The wind carried it everywhere. The same sour, putrid smell. It's coming from the house. I went back inside, sat in the living room. I told everyone we'd be fine, that help would come soon. I sat there for hours, listening to the rain, until I realized I could hear something else too. A faint siren far away, getting closer. I think someone must have called the police. Maybe Mr. Callahan. He didn't look right the last time I saw him. I think he misunderstood what's going on. He doesn't know that my family's still here, that we're together. He doesn't know how hard I've worked to keep them from leaving. The sirens are louder now. They're shouting outside. I can see lights flashing through the curtains. I think they're here for me. But why? I didn't do anything wrong. I only wanted to take care of them. I looked at Mom again. Her eyes are gone. I don't know when that happened. Her mouth is wide open, like she's trying to scream, but no sound comes out. Dad's head has tilted all the way back, like his neck couldn't hold it anymore. Lily's hand is on the table beside me. It's black at the fingertips. I think I understand now. The smell, the flies, the whispers at night. They're gone. They've been gone. Someone is banging on the door. I can hear voices yelling my name. I can't move. I don't want to leave them alone. They'll be scared if I go. The knocking turns to pounding. A voice shouts to open up. I can see blue lights through the cracks in the curtains. I tell Mom it's okay, that I'll handle it. I tell Dad to keep reading, and I tell Lily to get some rest. But when I stand, something breaks inside me. My knees shake, and the smell burns my throat. I take one last look at them sitting there, lifeless, pale, and silent, and I can't tell what's real anymore. The pounding is louder. The walls are shaking. I think I hear someone screaming my name from outside, but I don't know who it is. I'm still writing. I don't know why. Maybe they'll read this and understand. Maybe they'll see that I didn't mean to keep them here this long. I just didn't want to be alone. The knocking stopped. Everything's quiet now. I think they're coming in. If anyone reads this, please don't move them. They're still resting. They're still here with me. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a like and subscribe. I will see you again next week.